Maddie, I feel like a couple of your teammates said after the game that last year they learned in the Sweet 16 that you guys belonged on that stage. So how do you turn feeling belonged into advancing into a round that this program hasn't gotten to in a while?
Yeah, that was a tough game. TCU was a great team, and we don't necessarily match up well against them. But we pulled it out, 4 sets. That was awesome. And I think it's more of just like we knew we could already do it. We've done it before. We knew what it took. And I think we've worked all year to get to that point. And it wasn't like an underdog kind of moment. It was like we knew we could do this, and that's what we did.
We'll go third row on the right to Kay.
Going up to Lincoln, y'all have obviously been there a couple times and have experience playing in that gym. Just how glad are you now to have that experience over the past 2 years?
Yeah, Nebraska's a really cool atmosphere to play in. It's a great state for just volleyball in general, regardless of the team. I think their fans come out and support, which is something really special. Like, as a volleyball player, you dream of playing in environments like that, and I'm super happy to say, like, I think we built an environment like that here as well, which is, I think, has prepared us super well to go back up.
We'll go front row on the right to Travis.
What gives you the confidence about this year's team that you can go farther than y'all have before?
Yeah, I think it's just belief. Like I said already, like last year showed us what we could do, and this year was just a continuation of that. And like, we want more. We made it to the Sweet 16. We knew what it took, and we just want the next round so bad and the rounds after that.
Any more questions, Maddie? We'll go back to Alex, second on the left.
You know, I guess just what have you learned about Louisville in the last couple of days, and just anything you know about them?
Not much. We were focused on TCU, had a day to recover from that, and we'll go back in today and watch some film and get ready for that. But just we'll be prepared. Just haven't seen much yet.
I know you said you guys may not have felt like you matched up as well against TCU, but just what are maybe some of the fine-tuning things that you guys might try and work on this week that you saw from that match?
Nothing really. Just keep building our game as a team, I think, is the obvious thing. We have to be all together to continue to go further.
We'll go third row on the left.
With so much of like the starting lineup being seniors and players who've been together for a long time now, does that kind of give you like an extra kick to try to go all the way with this team while you can?
Yeah, I mean, it's super special. We have, 9 seniors? We want to go as far as we can, and speaking as one of them, I want my last year to go out on a high note, and I think that that's just what we work for every day.
Fourth row on the left.
What do you think is something that the outside world may not at this moment see about y'all's preparation and for these teams, and then the chemistry behind the scenes with y'all's team as well?
Yeah, there's so much that goes into practice and building chemistry. As a team, I don't really know, honestly. It's just something that we have this year that makes this team special, but you always want to work for good chemistry, but already having a good, solid base, I think, has helped us a lot.
We'll go back behind the lights to Tyler.
Yeah, man, just as a setter, what's it like having the hitters that you have and kind of the offense you guys have been able to put together this year?
Yeah, I touch on this all the time. They're amazing. I put the ball up there, they go get kills. I know my stats look pretty good this year, but without them, none of that's possible. And I'm just super thankful to have the teammates that I do, and especially the passers that we do as well. Without them, I can't set a good ball to them to get the kills. So.
And if you guys do, make it past this round and keep going on deeper runs, what do you feel like is an area of your guys' game that would, be the reason why you get there?
I think just our, what is it called? Maturity. We're all seniors. We know what it takes, and we're all pretty old in this sport. In college volleyball, we've got a pretty old team. So just having the experience already, I think, and just knowing what it takes to get there.
We'll go to Alex, second row again.
TCU had a lot of success blocking a lot of y'all's attacks early in that match. Just as someone who helps facilitate the offense a lot, what did you see from how y'all were able to kind of tweak things to get around that as the match went on?
Yeah, I think just going into every game, you never quite know what a team is going to do, whether that's scheming or what they have necessarily prepared. So just seeing what they had and making little tweaks all the way through the game is, I think, the biggest change.
Go back to the right on the third row with Kay.
Even though y'all have had so much success during this season, do y'all still feel like a little bit of an underdog going into this this group of four just with so many volleyball powerhouses?
Yeah, I think we always do a little bit. Like, we know we're a good team, but we're never going to be like the cocky team that's just like, yeah, we belong here. I think we've worked to build this program, especially the people that were here before I got here. Like, this was the dream, and I think we're still building. So I think we're always going to feel like the underdog a little bit. So it's exciting.
We'll wrap it up with Travis on the front row on the right.
Yeah, what does it mean to you to lead the country in assists per set and kind of you mentioned some of those really good stats this year?
Yeah, like I said already, it is a whole team thing. I can't get assists if they don't get kills, and I can't set a good ball if we don't get good passes. So it's really just a whole team thing for me. Like, I genuinely, this is not a thing that you could do on your own. So just having everyone.
Awesome.
Ifenna, you guys are back on this stage at the Sweet 16. How do you turn what you got here last year into something maybe bigger?
Yeah, just touching on what Maddie said, we're a really senior heavy group, and we have just such a good thing going on for us right now. I think we've also talked about just capitalizing on the group that we have now, and we just are capable of so much, and we just want to keep working as hard as we can and just going as far as we can.
And just what do you know about Louisville? It looks like they've got two pretty strong middle blockers themselves.
Yeah, Louisville's a really good team. You know, I have friends on that team that I actually played with this summer with USA, so I know it's going to be pretty competitive. I would also say that we're also a great team, so it'll be a good game.
We'll go front row on the right to Travis.
Yeah, we were talking about Maddie's stats. What has she kind of meant to this team and this offense to kind of make it tick?
Yeah, like she said, just everything just flows so well with this group without the passers putting up great balls for her to set and her just getting great sets in the air for us as attackers to just hit and just capitalize on, even if the set isn't like that great. Like, there's still so much we can do with her, like, as a setter. I've loved playing with her. This is like my third season with her, and just getting to grow our connection for the past 3 years and it being what it is has really, I think, contributed to this team's success, and I feel like every other hitter could say the same.
With how fast y'all like to go on offense, what kind of setter does that take, and how do you form that chemistry to be able to know where everyone is so quickly?
Yeah, I would say it takes an elite setter. I would say Maddie is an elite setter. We love her. We cherish her. Like, she does her job and she does it well, so it makes our job a lot easier.
We'll go fourth row on the left.
When you look at Louisville's attack, what stands out to you in terms of what y'all need to be doing defensively?
Yeah, I think just knowing that every team that we play will be different. I mean, just playing against Campbell and then TCU, like, those two teams were so different. And then knowing as we run deeper into the tournament, like, more teams are just better, and just knowing how to work with what we have across the net and just, like Maddie said, making little tweaks as we play.
We'll go third row on the left.
We've seen you have so much success with your set this year. We've seen it against TCU, or with your service, sorry. What kind of specifically has clicked this year and has made it more effective for you?
Honestly, I would say a lot of it has to do with me being a senior. Like, I was pretty much serving throughout my entire career, but it wasn't that consistent. But I was always just kind of thinking in my mind, like, oh, I have time to figure it out. I have time. And now it's like my last year, and I really wanted it to be like, I want it to be like just another thing in my arsenal. I wanted to be able to serve, pass, defend, hit, block, obviously, and just knowing that, like, my time as a collegiate player is almost over. That's probably something I should start to focus on, since I pretty much have everything else down.
We'll go third row on the right to Kay.
Louisville is second in the nation in blocks per set with 3. I mean, as an elite blocker yourself, just how difficult is it going to be to hit around them, and then just what's going to be the execution in doing so?
Yeah, I think it'll be difficult. Like I said, a really great team. They have great attackers, great blockers, a really good setter. But just also knowing that we also have the same thing. Like, I would say, yes, like, I'm a great blocker, but also my team is. I don't touch every single ball that I get blocks on. I just close to the pin. So, yeah, just knowing that and just staying true to who we are as players. I mean, whoever's on the other side of the net's, like, constantly going to change, but we're always going to be the same team. So just playing to that.
And then a handful of coaches were at y'all's matches this weekend, Mike Elko, Bucky McMillan. Just what does it mean to have that kind of support from some of the other athletic staff?
Yeah, I mean, so much, honestly, is just Texas A&M athletics has just grown in general, and I think this has just been a great year for a lot of sports. So, yeah, just seeing a lot of other familiar faces that we know just in the crowd and supporting us always feels good.
We'll go back behind the lights to Tyler.
Ifenna, have you been impressed with Logan's blocking this year?
Have I?
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. Like I said, just my job is just closing to the pin, making the defense around me, making their jobs easier to know where to fill space. So, yeah, just knowing where to close to and it being consistent every time makes my job easy. So,
And then you guys going up to Lincoln, I mean, you did it last year. What was that experience like? And then do you feel like that will help you guys going back to there again?
yeah, it was so much fun. Obviously, again, Nebraska is a big volleyball school and state, and just getting to play on that stage in front of like hundreds of thousands of people, I think is just going to be insane, especially for the people that haven't done it yet on the team. I think it also helps that some of us have done it before, really just a year ago, and just, you know, maybe helping to calm some nerves and just having this like attitude of like, we've been here before, like we can compete here.